The new 98.9 Real Gold Radio, and we're here with Steve Salter. And, hey, thanks for coming in on this wonderful Friday.
Thank you for having me.
And, hey, congratulations. I heard you were voted Grand Poobah of White Lake.
No, actually, I was appointed to the city council to...
That's the same thing, and then Grand Poobah, city council. I don't know. That's what I always heard.
That's what I tell my wife.
So, yeah, I saw it in the beacon there, so I had a picture there, and it was congratulations on that. I'm sure you'll do a wonderful job.
Yeah, I'm honored to be able to serve the community.
Okay. And you do it very well. I mean, you do a ton of things. Like right now, what we're going to talk about, the Killer Blues headstone project. Now, that is just an amazing thing. I got to ask you, what got you started in this? I mean, why did you say, okay, I want to start doing this with headstones?
No, actually, it started as a result of a road trip to the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Festival.
Okay.
And I was doing a little research to see what was between Whitehall and New Orleans as far as blues history. And I discovered that a number of the significant contributors to the blues history, music, were buried in Chicago. Howlin' Wolf, Muddy Waters, Otis Spann, Hound Dog Taylor, and I felt that I couldn't see them when they were alive. I could at least stop by the cemetery and pay my respects. And I had discovered that piano player Otis Spann was lying in an unmarked grave. And that was the spark that...
They just had it on the record there at the cemetery that he was there, or...
Yes, yeah. It was on the record that he was there, and I went to the cemetery office and said, where's he at? And they gave me a little card that said it's out here in this row, this section. And I went out there and looked and looked and looked. And I went back to the office and I said, I can't find a headstone. He says, well, because there is none.
Yeah.
And I just couldn't believe that.
Now, so what is this here? Celebrates 50. Now, what does that mean exactly? Celebrates 50.
That means that's a poster that lists 50 people that we have provided headstones for since 2008. Okay. And actually, at this date, it's now at 51.
All right.
So
Luther Tucker, John Henry, Barbie. Okay. J.T. Brown, Little Johnny Jones. Just 50 people on here, so it's just amazing. Now, can people get this poster or get the idea of how many people you've got headstones for?
Yeah, they can actually see that poster on our website, which is killerblues.net.
All right.
That will take you to our website, and you'll be able to see that poster. And there's a similar poster on there that shows photos of the headstones.
Right.
And if you click on the headstone, it will take you to a Wikipedia page and tell you more about that artist.
Now, did you design all this stuff too, besides getting the headstones together?
Yes.
Did you really?
Yes,
So you just got out. I mean, you to do a full-time job. You do this, and now you're city council too, Grand Poobah. I mean, come on. I don't know how.
Well, actually, I'm not full-time anymore. As of May, I went to a 3-day work week.
Oh, okay.
So
you're only working 16 hours for 3 days. Yeah, okay, gotcha.
But I still don't have any free time.
Right. But yeah, there's all these people on here. Little Johnny Jones. I think I said that. Eddie King, Bonnie Lee. You've got Charlie Jordan. You've got Papa Charlie Jackson. You got Tommy Bankhead. You've got Philip Walker, Aaron Sparks, Eric Davis. Just 50 people on there. Now, as far as people, they want to get involved to donate. Is there another fundraiser coming up for this, or?
Yeah, actually, there is. It's in Grand Rapids at the Wealthy Street Theater on September 10th. It's a harmonica summit. This is an event that's very close to the heart of our board member Hank Mowry, who is also a local harp player.
Yeah.
And it's also a fundraiser for the Headstone Project.
Of course, that's one of my favorite instruments in blues or almost anything, really. Harmonica. If you can play a good harmonica, that's really something.
Yes, it is.
So I've been wanting to play harmonica. I can play taps. That's the best I can do. That's it. Now, do you play any instrument yourself?
No.
No.
I've got a couple of guitars and I can play some chords, but I don't have the time to pick it up.
Yeah.
I'm hoping maybe when I become fully retired, I'll have a little time I can pick it up. And
I play pretty wicked Louie Louie on the bass. Enough to make my dad beat on the when I was a kid, beat on the floor, saying, "Hey, stop that!" Anyway, Harmonica Summit, September 10th. It's let's see, that'd be Thursday at 6:30 p.m. Now, Rick Estrin, okay,
and the Nightcaps,
and Mark Hummel, and the Gold State Lone Star Review.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. And it's all happening on September 10th, 6:30. So check it out. And great cause, of course, to get headstones for those unmarked graves. Now, how many more unmarked graves do you think you have, or do you know approximately, or just keep finding them?
I keep finding them. There's on our website, killerblues.net. There is a list of a number of musicians that we know where they're buried, and we know they don't have headstones. So we're picking away at that. And I recently went through my book, which is called Every Day I Have the Blues, available on our website, killerblues.net.
Right.
And
that's something you wrote yourself, or what?
And
so you wrote a book too? Is that what you're telling me? Man, I'm going to start bowing to you, man, when you come in, and I'm not worthy.
I've had a lot of help in everything I've done, but yeah, and when I say a book, it's not like a reading book. It's more of a perpetual calendar.
Right.
It lists the musician, and it gives their name and what instrument they play, where and when they were born, where and when they died, and where they're buried, if we know.
Right.
And then in the back index, there's a state-by-state list of all the people that are in that state that we know the cemetery are in, and we know they have a headstone.
Okay.
So I recently went through the book and pulled out all the names of people that we have a birth date and death date, but no burial location, and that amounted to 12 pages of double column.
Okay.
So there's a lot of people that we don't know, and the major mission statement of the Headstone Project is to provide headstones for blues artists lying in unmarked graves, but it's also to document where their final resting place is.
Right.
So
it's kind of like the Billboard of the Blues, kind of a book, yeah. So you look in there and say, okay, well, this is okay. So
yeah.
Now I got to ask you, because Greg Blubin, I've known him for a long time over at WGVU. Now you talk to Greg at all about this kind of stuff when he does his blues show, or no?
As a matter of fact, he uses our book.
Yeah, I thought it's for reference, right?
For reference, yes.
Yeah, I thought so.
And he also uses the calendar. We publish a calendar that lists just the birth and death dates, and then it has a photo, 12 different photos of headstones that we've provided. So
now, is Harvey McKnight doing any more blues over there anymore, or is he just doing the jazz?
I'm not sure.
He used to do a pretty good blues program too.
I think he does, but
anyway,
there's not enough blues on the radio. There should be a 24-hour blues radio.
Like I was telling you on the phone, I did a thing when I was at Grand Valley, and I did a thing called Traveling Blues, and I tried to record live bands, blues bands that were around the area, and that got rough. For a weekly show, that got real tough because there wasn't a whole lot out there, and so it was a lot of repeats. But one of my favorites, I think I told you before, and I'm not sure if you consider him as a bluesy guy, but Larry McRae.
Yeah, Larry was just recently in Grand Rapids at the LAV Summer Concert Series there at the Deltaplex.
I think he's awesome. I just think he's awesome.
He is a blues man, definitely.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I wasn't sure if they could say, because he's pretty. He's not really top 40-ish blues. I think he's pretty blues myself, but I mean, I just love his stuff. I just listening to him, and I saw him at the Steak and Blues Festival in 2000, I think it was, and that's when we recorded it and put it on live. And Grand Rapids Wealthy Street Theater Harmonica Summit. It's going to happen September 10th, and it's at 6:30. That's on a Thursday. And you want to go ahead and name the bands that are going to be there playing their harps?
There'll be Rick Estrin and the Nightcats, and Mark Hummel and the Golden State Lone Star Review.
Okay, you didn't have any cheat sheets, so I helped you out there a little bit.
They're both phenomenal harp players, and it's just I'm really, really excited about this, because these are world-class guys that are coming to this event.
Okay, and of course the money you raised is of course to go to getting more headstones for unmarked graves of the blues people. I was going to say blues men, but it's
Well,
everybody.
And that's why if you look at our mission statement, it says to provide headstones for blues artists.
Okay.
So to date, we've purchased one headstone for one blues woman that I know of. I don't know of others that are lying in our unmarked graves. We recently found the location of Mommy Yancey, which she was a vocalist to her husband Jimmy Yancey, and we recently found where she's buried. So we need to find out whether or not she has a headstone. So at the least, we now know where she is. So that's good news.
Now, do you continually revise your book when you find this stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
Practically every day, I'm checking the book and looking at. I'll go on the internet and search a guy that we don't know where he's at. I'll go in and research him and go, oh no, I still can't find him.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll check this guy. No, still can't find him. Or someone will die, and I'll say, oh, okay, well now that's the end of the story. Or if we know, where he's going to be buried,
right?
And
a lot of work.
It is a lot of work.
Yeah,
but it's
a passion.
It's a labor of love.
Yeah, yeah. So we appreciate you, and we appreciate bringing some great blues to our town too. As far as the Grand Rapids, you brought it to the Helmet Playhouse last time with some great blues artists then too. So appreciate that.
We're
and Grand Poobah of White Lake now, and I mean, come on, can't ask for more. Can't ask for more.
My life is truly blessed. I tell people I'm filthy rich.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't have any wealth, but
yeah. I know. I know. I'm there too. Yeah,
I have
I know what you're saying.
Immense riches in the people that populate my life.
Okay. Well, thank you, sir.
Thank you very much for having me.
Appreciated this.